West Coast. I flew to California. That's where my baby granddaughter is, and my son and my daughter-in-law, the beautiful woman my son married. So I had made this trip plans back in January. I booked the flight early, you know, to get the cheaper rates. I fly out there once or twice a year, and I've been doing that for the last 10 years. And so this time I flew out, made my connection in Dallas-Fort Worth, and got into the Fresno Air Terminal. And everything was just as if nothing was happening as far as when I left on February the 27th. It was a little different when I came home in March. While I was in California, I got real sick because they have poor air quality in this San Joaquin Valley. It's the large, you can look it up, San, S-A-N, Joaquin, capital J, O-A-Q-U-I-N, San Joaquin Valley in California. So there's all kinds of budding, you know, it's springtime there. In February, the weather is warm, and March, everything bloomed. All the, you know, peach trees, plum trees, almond trees, you know, beautiful blooms and blossoms coming up. And that got me really, really sick because I have allergies, and when spring comes and things bloom and blossom and the pollen count goes high, I get ill. Here, Gunner. Come here. Come here, buddy. And so it just put a damper on my trip because I think I had one video where I got there and I'm like, I flew in on Thursday, on Friday I'm doing the Foolish Friday hula hoop in California because I ordered some hula hoops from eBay and had them delivered to where I was going so I could keep hula hooping, and then by Sunday my voice had changed, my chest hurt, it was just very tight, it just hurt every time I inhaled, it hurt, and you know, my sinuses were dry, I wasn't having discharge, there was no cold, it was just my throat and my lungs. And I was so disappointed because, you know, it's not exactly fun to travel, at least not in coach. And, you know, you have to go through the TSA checkpoints. You check your luggage on, you pay $30-50 to get your suitcase on board, and then you have one carry-on. Well, they make you take your shoes off, and, you know, any device you have, like a tablet or a telephone, has to be separate and out. Your shoes, you know, it's just cruddy. You know, you're in line, you're 60-something years old, you have to bend down, untie your shoes, and, you know, people are kind of rude. Maybe somebody behind you has one item and they shove their bin in front of you, and it's just... it's just not fun. And Cara, come here, Gunner. So, you know, I did what I knew to do, which is, you know, use my inhaler. I have albuterol to open up my lungs, and then I have the steroid to put in my lungs to treat them after the albuterol opens up my airways. Joey, be nice. Cara! Come here, girl. And, I was sick Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday morning I said to my son, hey, call one of your friends, one of your doctor friends, and try to get me in on an appointment, because if I don't get seen by a doctor and get treated with medication, I don't think I'm going to be well enough to get on an airplane in 5 days. So on Friday, one of the doctors agreed to see me if I could, they said to my son, hey, if you can get her in here in the next 15 minutes, I'll see her, because they were booked. Come here, Cara. Come here, girl. And so I got in to see him, and, I didn't have any labs or anything done. I just had, the stethoscope, what's going on, and he said, well, it's not a cold or a sinus, because your ears, eyes, nose, and throat are, okay as far as drainage and that. So with it being hurting in your chest, it's bronchial, so it's bronchitis, and itis just means an inflammation. So I got a steroid shot to help